Welcome to Midwest Hunting Outdoors by Two Dumbasses. In this episode, we're going to do an unboxing of the Cuddeback Cuddlink cell system. Stay tuned. Hi, this is Tim and Joel.
Welcome to Midwest Hunting and Outdoors by Two Dumbasses,
A podcast about the outdoors, hunting, and
and being a steward of the land. Welcome to Midwest Hunting and Outdoors by Two Dumbasses. As Tim stated earlier, he is going cellular on his Cuddlink. So I know last year you went all in with the Cuddeback link system, and now you're going all in plus. So let's kind of talk through your thought process here, how you got to this step, and then I think we're going to unbox this bad boy.
So, as I mentioned earlier in some other previous episodes, I operate 12 cameras plus a repeater. And I would say, generally speaking, I get most of the farm where I want it. And again, one of my goals is to make the animals feel secure. But I want to know also what's going on the property. So I really needed probably another 1 to 2 cameras. And so I started looking around, and then so there's that piece. And then there's this repeater. And this is a G-series repeater. This is what the Cuddeback Cuddlink system started with. And these are no longer in production. So initially I was thinking I was going to get another 1 or 2 repeaters, and they're cheaper than a camera, and I could put them out and extend my range on my cameras.
Hey Tim, just for the audience here that's not familiar with the Cuddeback link system, a repeater, could we just give a quick definition of what the repeater is?
Yeah, so this is like the home camera. So we'll have a network, in my case, 12 cameras that are across the property, and what they'll do is, as they take pictures, they're always communicating to the home camera, and they're sending all images back to the home camera. And then when I go to look and I want to see, hey, what pictures have been taken, I'll basically go out here, pull the SD card, put in another SD card, and I'll have all the pictures from my network of cameras.
And that's important to you and other folks that have this system, because then you don't, versus having to go out to each individual camera and tromping through the woods and whatnot.
Yep, and it's a non-cell based system. Works really slick, and I'm happy with it.
Might come into use down the road.
I have a plan.
Oh, okay. You have a plan.
I have a plan.
Okay.
So I can still use it as a repeater. I'm just not going to, I'll just extend it further out, and it won't be my home camera.
It will allow you to extend your range of your furthest camera out.
That's right.
If you wanted it to.
That's exactly right.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Good. Okay. You do have a plan, dude.
I got a plan.
That's a good plan. It's a good plan. So, pretty happy with, compared to the old system of going out and pulling SD cards and stuff, the home system, I know you had out here on one of your trees in your front yard here, you'd just go out and pull the SD card. And now you're going to go to the cell plan.
That's right.
What was the step there?
So steps couple fold is hey, I can't no longer buy these repeaters. Got a great deal on a 2L series, which is the new series of Cuddeback Cuddlink cameras. Plus I could get they threw in 3 free solar panels. And boy, it's just nice to, since I travel a lot, to always know what's going on the property. And so this is going to allow me to do that. The other thing that's really good about the Cuddeback Cuddlink system is it's one cell plan, $10 a month. You can connect, depending on what plan you want. I can connect up to 24 cameras to this. And I'm going to be well below that. So this is going to work pretty well for me, I think.
That's as good as it gets if you're going to be into the cell world, right?
I dipped my toe into the cell camera with that spy point. And you know how happy I was with that spy point.
I think there was some bleepage that I had to include when you were talking about them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not that it's not a good camera, but it's not a good camera.
Wasn't a good camera for you.
Not a good camera for me.
Yep.
So I'm pretty excited. So it'll send it to you email, it'll send it to you text if you want it set up as a text. I don't know if that's the route I'll go, but pretty slick little deal.
Yeah, I mean, more to come on that, right? Once you get some experience with this, we'll do a podcast just on the cellular, how to set it up, yada yada yada, and then your experience with it. But let's open this bad boy up. Today is about all the unboxing piece of it, and what questions and what we can answer for questions from the unboxing.
Another piece that it also has is this L series, which this is also an L series. Has already been upgraded to firmware. So they put right on here on a little sticker on the box, and they tell you right up front, hey, you're going to need to upgrade all your other cameras to this firmware. So in a previous episode, we talked that. We'll put in a card on this that if you have questions on how to upgrade the firmware, you can see that.
Yeah, we've actually done an episode on that, right? So we'll include that link up here in the corner. You can click on that and learn how to upgrade.
So let's take a look. Like a kid in a candy store here, I'm telling you. So let's just look at the cameras and compare them to size. So this will be my home camera, and I will not use it as a camera. It'll be my home station, even though it is capable to be a camera.
Okay. Yeah. But it's a nice option to have.
Yep.
Okay. And that might come into play with the use of this repeater down the road. You never know, right?
Yep. So these are my cell antennas that it comes with. Comes with my network for my daisy chain of cameras antenna. That's what it comes with. Comes with strap and clamp for how we're going to attach it to the tree. Works really slick. Now, on a previous video we just showed you on my L series camera, it had a different strap than this. This strap I'm less happy with than the new one that they just provided, just as an FYI. But and the reason is as the tree grows, this thing gets really snug, and it's a pain a little bit to get it to loosen. And I'm guessing that's why they changed it. But anyway, that's the strap. And then we've got the manual. And if you look at this, let's get this out of the way here. If you look at this manual, and this is their Cuddeback Cuddlink setup manual. I mean, that thing is thick, and we're not talking about different languages. That's all English. So
there's a lot going on there.
There is a lot going on. And then they have an addendum for the hardware part, which is still pretty thick. So these are robust tools. I'm stoked about them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if complex is the right word, but they're more beefy and a lot more functional. I mean, they're really, I don't know what you could add functionality-wise to a camera that these don't have.
Yeah.
They're just like a regular camera, like my camera, trail cameras, you got it one flash. You turn on the flash, you might have an option of the delay after the flash or whatever. Most of these have like two or three or five choices on the type of flash you want to use, and then like a low flash, a medium flash, or a high flash. I mean, you just got all kinds of options to control on these things if you want to.
And they're built to last. I mean, you can tell they're built to last.
Yep.
And so let's take a look, see what we got here. So it's got the little top flap, very similar to the repeater. It's got a similar menu. We've got this is a white flash, not a black flash. But again, it's not important to me because I could change this out. I know I can. I can buy a black flash cover and turn this into a black flash if I wanted to. But I'm not going to use it as a camera, so I'm fine with how this is. Obviously, there's my camera and sensor. So let's take a look at how this, so let's undo the bottom, Jake. So as in my repeater, oh, it looks like they made a little improvement on this. So this little brass clip will seat in there and it's hard to get out. And that's what Joe was struggling with. But what you'll see is very similar in how it was set up with regards to where you put your SD card, and they stayed with the SD card. So here's another thing that I like that's a change here. So, nope, it's not a change. So this is where we'll plug in the solar. So that's where that is. It stayed the same. That's nice. Come back to that. Now where do we put the batteries? All right, so in previous cameras, what I'd have to do is take this screw off. Not true on the repeater, so we just loosen up these thumb nuts. Boom, there we are. Still D-size batteries, 4 batteries. So I'll put those in here as my backup, and then I'll have a solar battery that we plugged in here, so I never have to worry about this.
Solar panel.
Yep, solar panel, yep.
And the solar panels come with their own rechargeable batteries also, so.
Yep, 7.2 volt.
Yeah.
And then what I do is I put in another 7.2 volt. So I'm making sure.
You got, and the nice thing is, correct me if I'm wrong, the nice thing is when you get pictures or a summary of a camera, it tells you the level of the battery. In fact, it tells you the level of the battery and how many days left on the battery.
It does. It's really.
I mean, if you run out of battery choice, you're not looking at your pictures because it gives you all the information right there.
Yep. Yeah. They give you a summary page on the camera.
Yeah.
On its operating conditions.
Super nice.
Yeah.
Like more information than you really need, but you never know, right?
I mean, there's a lot of cameras out there. These certainly aren't the most expensive, but I'm pretty happy with them.
Yeah.
I believe these are going to last me a long time.
Awesome. So you'll be getting these up in the next weeks?
Probably next 2 weeks.
And you don't have any experience with the cell plans or anything like that, how hard that's going to get set up or anything? No,
so in order to activate it, I have to activate the plan. So I'll end up setting up a plan, and I'll download the app and get all set up.
And I'm assuming until you get the cell plan set up, I mean, you could be using this camera as like the home for your
just a repeater.
Yeah, you're basically replacing this repeater.
Well, I'm not sure they give you that flexibility with the solar.
Well, you're saying it might.
Or excuse me, the cellular.
It might have to be hooked up to cellular.
Yeah.
Well, more to come on that. We'll validate.
I got to do some more research.
Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna have at least one, or if not, we'll have more podcasts on just the cellular unit by itself.
Yeah, I might have another dozen Cuddeback, Cuddlink.
Yeah, I could see 4 or 5 for sure. Cool. Anything we're missing here, Timbo?
No, I know these L series are hard to find. I mean, so if you can get them and you're thinking about it, secure them because they're in demand.
Yeah, and as you're watching this, at the end of this episode, we'll have a link that we have a whole playlist on the Cuddlink series. So you can just click on that playlist and go in and look at what we've already done for episodes. And if you have any experience with specifically the cellular Cuddlink series, feel free to comment down below or make any comments that you want. We'll take all the tips that we can get.
Or send us an email.
Yeah, or send us an email on that's included at the end of the message here too, so the episode. But until then, Tim, be
safe, have fun, and get outdoors.
Thanks for listening or watching our show. We have some exciting topics and guests coming up.
We ask that you subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
We look forward to hearing your suggestions for topics,
questions, and comments. This is Two Dumbasses signing off. Until next time, be safe,
Have
have
fun
fun, and get outdoors.